his daughter to his sons, to the in-laws. They were all in on this, and they were doing it for us. They were doing it for the country. They saw the country deteriorating. They didn't like it. They wanted America restored to its original promise of our founding. And for that, they end up under attack mercilessly for 4 years, every day, multiple times a day. And they didn't have to do it. And now they knew they were going to win this election. That's why they're shocked. That's why they're stunned. They knew. We knew. You do not draw 55,000 people to rallies while your opponent's sequestered in a basement. This just doesn't happen. But it did, because the Democrats were 6 months ahead of us in setting up these systems. And they run the electoral apparatus in these particular precincts where all this stuff happened. So it has to be investigated. It has to be discovered what happened. The American people need to know, for the future and the sake of the country, not for the Trumps. They would be beneficiaries of this if it is found that the fraud was wanton or rapid and all over the place. But this needs to be done for the sake of the Constitution. This needs to be done for the sake of the rule of law. It needs, if it isn't, we're on the downhill side, and the country's got a much harder task and job ahead of it in surviving as founded. And it must survive as founded. But the human side of this, what was done to the Trumps in order to bring this whole result about, hey, I know, don't cry about it, Rush. It's politics. Don't get mad about it, Rush. I know. Don't get mad, Rush. There was no blue wave. I know there was no blue wave. But what if they can effectively create the illusion that there was by virtue of cheating and fraud? We know the president got more votes, but what if they succeed in taking them away? We didn't lose the state houses, the Senate? Not yet. They're trying to steal 2 Senate seats in Georgia with these runoffs. Chuck Schumer is not finished. You think they're just going to sit idly by and have Biden and Kamala Harris in the White House and not be able to do anything because they don't control the Senate? That's why this cannot be given up. This effort cannot be stopped. It's a two-pronged effort. Stop the ongoing fraud, stop the ongoing cheating, and then nail down that which has happened. And it's hard work, and it's going to take a while. But it must be properly motivated. And I'm not trying to sound like a Miss America pageant contestant here when I say the purpose of this is not so that Donald Trump gets a fair shake. This should be done so our Constitution survives, so that the institutions and traditions which have defined our nation's greatness survive. Because those are the institutions under assault. Those are the things that Democrats are attacking in order to take power that they may not have and likely did not win at the ballot box. I've had so many emails from you about Fox News. I've had so many emails from those of you who are livid and angry, starting with the Arizona call, starting and then continuing with other things. And excuse me, I think that there's a simple explanation here. There's a key rule I've always believed in media, which is what I'm in. I'm in talk radio. And it actually goes back to the William Holden quote here in that movie, the Wild Bunch. You do not turn on your base. You do not turn on your audience unless you've had some kind of awakening. You just don't you don't do it for the sake of the approval of your enemies. You don't turn on the people who got you where you are because you would rather be friends with other people. You just don't do it. And that appears to be what's happened here. We've got Donna Brazil all over the place. We've got everybody on a talking head interview. Half of them or more are New York Times or Washington Post Democrat media people. The Arizona call. Some even with the Chris Wallace debate think is an anti-Trump move. But you know, throughout all of this, the media can't turn talk radio, can they? The media has been desperate to blow up talk radio and Fox News. They've wanted to draw up Fox News ever since Fox News was founded and created. And they've wanted to blow talk radio up since before that. They've wanted to destroy me and my character and that of anybody else who hosts a talk radio program. Why is it, do you think? It looks like they may be having some success now in blowing up Fox. I mean, you got the wife of one of the Murdoch brothers tweeting out, "We did it, we did it, we got rid of Trump, we did it." I think it was Lachlan Murdoch's wife. So it looks like they may be succeeding in turning portions of Fox against its base. Let me tell you something, folks. If the people running Fox succeed in destroying the distinction that Fox has from the rest of the media, they're going to destroy Fox. If they are successful in taking away from Fox the things that distinguish it and make it appear different from the rest of the drive-by media, what do you think is going to happen? The reason they have not been able to do this with talk radio is we do not stab our audience in the back. We do not turn on our base. We remain principled and consistent. From me on down to everybody who does this on the conservative side, we are not apologetic. We do not seek the approval of people that don't like us. It's very strange how no one has figured out why it is talk radio that remains powerful, popular, unassailable. It's not difficult at all if you know where to look.
When you read the Limbaugh letter, you're prepped to combat liberal madness because